Hello and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. Today we are diving into a story that got everyone in Nigeria talking. Now, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority or NCAA has just dropped a bombshell of a new rule for all travelers. Forget airplane mode though. They are saying all mobile phones must be completely switched off during takeoff and landing. But is this a necessary safety measure or a massive overreaction? Let's break it all down. So, what's the big deal? Well, on Tuesday, the NCAA announced that the era of simply switching your phone to airplane mode during takeoff and landing is over in Nigeria. The new directive is a complete power down of all mobile devices during these critical phases of flight. The NCAA say this is to enhance aviation safety and eliminate any potential for your phone to interfere with plane system. Now, you might be thinking, where did this come from? And that's where things get interesting. This new rule comes hot on the heels of a very public incident on an Ibom Air flight involving a passenger named Comfort Emanson. All of us know about the story now. You've probably seen the videos, a heated argument, a physical altercation, and airport security getting involved. The airline claims it all started because Comfort no gree switch her phone off. She tells a different story saying one of her phones was faulty and that she had complied before the situation escalated. This incident went viral and even led to the intervention of the Nigerian aviation minister. We sabi the story from beginning to the end. So, is the NCAA's new rule a direct response to this one incident? It certainly looked that way, but the bigger question is there a real danger from our phones on planes? The fear is that the signal from our phones could mess with the plane's navigation and communication systems. Some pilots say that if enough people leave their phones on, it can create a buzzing sound in their headset, which is the last thing you want when you are trying to talk to air traffic control during a critical landing. An aviation expert in Nigeria, Boaz Abonifon, put it this way: the rules and regulations are built in blood, meaning it's always better to be safe than sorry. He argues that the cumulative effects of many phones could be a problem. But here's the thing: the rest of the world seems to be moving in the opposite direction. In Europe and the United States, aviation authorities like EASA and the FAA are perfectly fine with you using your device in airplane mode from gate to gate. In fact, some European airlines are looking at allowing in-flight calls and data. So Nigeria's new rule makes it a bit of an outlier. And as you can imagine, Nigerians have had a lot to say about this on social media. The reactions have been flying in. Some are calling the policy useless and a step back forward. Others are worried about how it will be enforced and if it will lead to more confrontations between passengers and crew. That's the problem. This thing now, this issue, it go still cause more wahala. Because you get some people wey dey stubborn say for what lie, they go leave their phone for airplane mode. And from there, problem will start. Argument issue in the airplane and oh my goodness. Well, let's go ahead. And many are asking this simple question: why can't we just use airplane mode like everyone else? Now, wow, I wonder. So, what's my take on all this? While safety in the air is non-negotiable, this new directive from the NCAA feels like a knee-jerk reaction. It seems to be more about cracking down on unruly passengers after a high-profile incident than about addressing a clear and present danger that the rest of the world has deemed manageable with airplane mode, instead of a blanket ban that inconveniences everyone and puts Nigeria's aviation rules at odds with global standard. A better approach might be to focus on education and enforcement. Let's educate passengers on why these rules are in place and have clear, consistent consequences for those who refuse to comply. These new rules might make Nigerian sky stricter, but it is debatable if it actually makes them safer. What it definitely does is create a new set of frustration for travelers. What do you think? Is the NCAA right to take this headline stance? Or is this an unnecessary and outdated rule? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more trending news.